I had to watch this part so many times because I was so shocked. So I was spinning. My spin's on cooldown now. I get eaten and then I just... How's it going, guys? JaySea here, and today we have a very special, different new series video that I'm going to be trialing out. So if you guys have any feedback, let me know after you watch this, please. I'll try to edit out the boring parts and keep this video nice and short. So basically this is a point of view video where I actually got completely destroyed in, and I wanted to feature a player that was played really well. This guy, Samuels, he's actually a Tahm Kench one-trick. He's a Challenger one-trick Tahm Kench. He got to Challenger as Tahm Kench top lane. So I'll have his stats on the left-hand side of the screen, as well as the op.gg. As you guys can see, I tried to do my usual all-in with full fury level 1, and I just got completely out-dueled. It was insane. He just flashed after me and then he beats me. I was really surprised, but that's partly because I never really faced Tahm Kench. I think I've only faced him once in a normal. Otherwise, no one ever chooses Tahm Kench. So Tahm Kench actually beats Tryndamere level 1 very convincingly. Really surprised. I didn't even know what kind of damage Tahm Kench did. Did he do physical damage? Did he do magic damage? I was completely clueless. So Tahm Kench, his passive basically increases his magic damage done on all abilities and all auto attacks based on a flat amount. Okay, what is it now? He's level 3, and okay, mousing over it actually doesn't tell us, but when I was in the custom game as Tahm Kench, it said 20 magic damage plus 1.5% of maximum health or something like that. So Tahm Kench actually, the damage scales up. So look, I was literally just hugging near the tower, and he was just spitting a minion at me. He was tongue lashing me, and then once I get stunned, he just autos me a few times. I was literally full health, and he just ranged me down to 25%, 30%. I actually get one-shotted by him a bit later on. I might even show that at the beginning of the video, so you guys might have already seen that part by now. But I was so shocked about how much damage he does. Literally, when he devours me, the moment he spits me out, I'm at 700 health and I jump to 0 health instantly. He can do 700 damage instantly. I missed so many ults this match, and it's just embarrassing. But I think I should show this because it really is an eye-opener for me. And I'm very sure that for those of you that don't play Tryndamere as much, it's probably eye-opener. So I get spat out, I instantly Q heal, and then I get my E off cooldown, I spin away and I die. I literally had the spin come off cooldown, and he 2v1s. He actually 2v1s. Tahm Kench has so much base damage, and I forgot to show you guys. His first back, he bought a health crystal, a cloth armor, and a rejuve bead. The rejuve bead is for his Tiamat. He's going to build that into Titanic Hydra. That synergizes with his passive, which gives him more damage as his health is higher. The higher his health, the more damage he has. So he's going for Sunfire Cape, that's more damage as well, more armor, and just more health. So every item he builds is centered around more health. His Q, the Tongue Lash, will do 200 to 300 damage to me instantly, so he'll spit me out. So how the Devour works is he can devour me for up to 4 seconds, right? Once he puts the 3 stacks on me, he devours me for up to 4 seconds. He can actually spit you out early, or he could keep you in for the full 4 seconds depending on when you ult, right? So if you ult, he'll eat you, and then he'll keep you in for the full duration. But if you are getting caught off guard, he actually caught me off guard one of the times where he'll eat me and then spit me out instantly and then tongue lash me, and that's 700 health gone. Spit me out, tongue lash, and Tiamat and auto attack. It's literally 700-800 health instantly. You get chunked, you get one-shotted basically by this guy. So tongue lash is magic damage. Spitting, the devouring and spitting out is it's percentage health magic damage. So it goes from 20 all the way to 30 something, or almost 40% maximum health. So you're going to see almost half your health disappear just because you got swallowed. And then once you come out, you'll get tongue lashed and autoed, and that's another 300-400 damage. And then he'll do the Tiamat, or if it's Titanic Hydra, he'll probably do another 200. So that's easily, as you can see, it is easily a one-shot combo. It's pretty disgusting. So, and I believe Tahm Kench is the ultimate Tryndamere counter, because I can't see any tank in this entire game practically one-shotting someone, That no one in this game has this much damage as a tank that can one-shot and just build full tank items. It's just ridiculous, you know? Like, I've heard like AD Scion, but that's an AD Scion. Like, he's squishy, he can one-shot people, but he has to build all AD to one-shot. So he faked like going into the river and going and roaming, so I thought it's safe to basically come in and farm a little bit. So right now I'm just juking his Q, but he would not Q. He's playing it really smart, like Blitzcrank. Basically, he just walk up to me and then make me juke until I'm basically dead, and then literally I can't escape from him. He does so much damage. Like I said, it's really embarrassing for me to show this, but at the same time, it's for the greater good. Like, if you watch exactly what the enemy does, you'll learn a lot. You'll get so much insight as to like what you're doing wrong as well. So I noticed there that level 1, I probably should not have fought him. Like, do my usual all-in strategy with like full fury. That I actually lost off of that one, surprisingly, like by a landslide. It wasn't even close. He just rushed a Sunfire Cape. Like, I mean, optimally I'd say that you can get a Ninja Tabby and that'll make you a lot more tankier against Tryndamere, but he's valuing the fact that he is way ahead and he can use that damage from Sunfire to add even more damage into his already overpacked kit. And then his W just does an insane amount of damage. He just autoed and Q'd me and I'm literally at like 60% health. I was full health. Like, it's just ridiculous, right? And right now I'm purposely walking up to him to trigger the Sunfire so that the tower will aggro him. That's the whole reason why I'm like getting a bit closer to him. And he's keeping me at low health even though I have my potions running, I have my Q sustain, I'm autoing minions, but I don't think any other champion other than Ryze and Kennen can do what he's doing right now. Like, I'm literally completely threatened under my tower. That's just how much pressure he's pulling off. Like, I'd say if I was to verse, like, you know, any shitty, like, just random Tahm Kench that doesn't know what he's doing, I really wouldn't struggle this much. I might even be able to kill him. But this one knows what he's doing. He's literally... he only plays Tahm Kench, so... I felt like killing myself after this game, honestly. It was so frustrating. Like, I tried to commentate, but I just couldn't during the game. It was just, like, I was like, I don't know what to do. I didn't even know what kind of damage he did, but now I do. He does magic damage. All magic damage except for his auto attacks. And even his auto attacks is like, it does extra magic damage on top of the AD. So I think I ulted a bit earlier there, and then he just swallowed me. And then my ult just basically fizzled out while I was inside his stomach. So once I come out, he just autos and Qs me, and that's it, I'm dead. And that's the it, and like, that was literally it. He ults down towards the Inferno Drake, gets Inferno, goes back home and buys Swifties, and he's looking for Spectre's Cow because he sees that the Echo on my team, which is the enemy team, is 2-1, so he's quite fed. The jungler is Nidalee, also AP, so that's why he's building Spectre's Cow. It also gives health, so that also boosts his damage. Just all around, everything he does here, it just synergizes so well with his kit, so it's just like, just insane, you know. High single target damage. I noticed that the one drawback with Tahm Kench is that he isn't very great in team fights, in a sense that everything he does is single target. If you didn't notice, his Q, single target. His W, single target. Even his ult is single target. I mean, literally he just can get one person to travel with him, but that's besides the point. All his damage is single target, but it does very ridiculous high amount of damage. In team fights, you probably use your Devour to save a teammate, so that's damage gone. But in a 1v1 situation, Tahm Kench is the ultimate counter against Tryndamere. I'd like to say that's like very close to, you know, versing a Kennen that can just instantly stun you the moment a Tryndamere spins on him. Or like a Ryze that can just almost like wipe out your health just because you are standing near your minion wave and you're at your tower. Like, literally something ridiculous like that. But I think Tahm Kench is a little more over the top, where he can swallow you and basically CC you for your whole ult duration and then spit you out, and then you die instantly out of that, you know? And just because he autos, Qs and autos, you're already at like, say, 60-50% health, just like that. Like, he barely touched me and I'm so low, you know? It's just ridiculous. Like, throughout the whole game, he's been doing this. So this is what I was talking about. He swallows me, and I thought I would stay in the stomach for, you know, 4 seconds, but I didn't know he could spit me out early, so he actually just swallowed me and spit me out instantly, and then that was, like, I think that's my second misstall, or third, I don't even know, but I just know that there was like a big learning curve for me. So say if I was this behind, let's say if you're a Tryndamere and you're this behind, then the only thing you can do is build a Maw of Malmortius, because all of his damage is magic damage. So the moment you get low, you actually won't get caught off guard because your Maw will save you and you'll have some time to react to ult. In most situations, like an ideal situation, if you're not versing a good Tahm Kench, you might be able to kill him at some point in the game. But this guy was playing so aggressive. I feel like he didn't like pressure me at level 1 and try to kill me at level 1 like before I built up Fury. I might have actually been able to still beat him level 1, but this one is an exception because he literally used his Q to stun me. So I think once you get stunned by the Q, it's just game over. So he's going and trying to gank me again. I think at this point I just gave up on life. So we'll see what happens, but he basically ulted and got Hecarim to come with him. So I think I get the pink ward, I go over the wall, I get the ult, and then I think I'm gonna like get a few crits off and spin over. So I do ult, I'll probably spin away. Yep, I spin away and then that Ahri will just ult after me. So I did the best I could basically. Given this situation, the best I could do is waste their time, stall out 3 people, and also I get a bunch of cooldowns and see, you know, hopefully our team will actually do something. At the same time, Tahm Kench is teleporting over, so he's going to be able to help out his own team more than I could because I'm actually dead. And I'm feeding, I'm literally a feeder right now. I'm 0-6, super embarrassing, and I just want to kill myself, but either way, you shouldn't kill yourself because it's just a video game. Tahm Kench is actually going to just soak up 3 people's damage, end up probably killing the Lulu, and threatening everyone back to the tower at the minimum, if not killing them all. So that's like... Okay, one thing to note is that the Tahm Kench has attack speed runes, so he literally attacks just as fast as a Tryndamere. And that's really smart because it stacks up everything. Look, he just dives 2 people, it doesn't care at all. Like, dives 2 people, tanked tower for 10 years, and then walks out unscathed. Oh, and also I somehow get a kill. I was 0-6, and I get a kill on the Hecarim because the Hecarim's not good. It's just the Tahm Kench that's really good. Let's have a look at this, and we'll see how fast exactly, how much time I have before I could react. So here it is. I spin away. Maybe I'm a little too slow. And then see, I'm just dodging. I'm just trying to dodge the Q. Like literally, I was dodging all the way till I was here, and that's when he threw the Q. And watch this part, right? This is in half speed. He eats me while I was spinning away. And then I come out, I just get one-shotted. Literally, it was that fast. Like, if you watch this in real time. So I was spinning, my spin's on cooldown now. I get eaten, and then that's how fast I died. Like, I don't know what to say to you guys. That's just ridiculous, right? You can see that I was on 700 health. I was like over 700 health, and I just died instantly out of the belly. So that's the damage potential of Tahm Kench, guys. Like, literally, he can do so much damage with pure tank items and just a Tiamat. And let's just see what he does in team fights. Like, see how good he is in team fights. So they basically get 2 towers for free. And then he makes his way down to Dragon. He's gonna secure another Dragon. Oh no, he's actually going to port over to potentially 2v1. He's gonna try to 2v1. Because he's 8-1. He has his Sunfire, his Visage, his Tiamat, his Swiftness boots. And potentially he's going to kill this Echo. This 8-1 Echo. Echo's actually really fed this game too. See what happens. They dive the Echo. Yeah, Echo's dead. That's a big shutdown. 450 gold down the hatch for the enemy team. He softens the front wave, spits one out onto the back wave, and then just Tiamats. It's a wave clear just like that. Really fast. Like, look at his items. It's actually made for tankiness and split pushing. It's actually genius. Sunfire, obvious reasons. And then Tiamat, obvious reasons. But then when you go to Titanic, you just literally shove waves so fast. Like, ridiculously fast, you know. You don't need any AD, you don't need any damage items, you just need full tank items to do insane amount of damage, insane amount of split push potential. Dueling power is just off the charts. Team fighting, not so great, but still a lot better than Tryndamere actually. the next time someone picks Tryndamere against me, say if someone steals the Tryndamere off of me, I might consider picking Tahm Kench. I might actually have a rune page for Tahm Kench, which would be like what, attack speed, armor, I don't know, some AP. I'm gonna have to check again, but you guys probably have seen it. The op.gg was on the screen, so you guys will know exactly what runes he's been using. I'll probably just copy that, and since I know exactly how he plays here, I could probably use this as a reference point to, you know, use this against the Tryndamere that I face in the future, which is starting a corrupting potion and just not letting him get any fury, all him early. He has to back off from the mini wave, he has to back off from you, or you can just kill him right away. It's just that brutal. And then throughout the game you can just, you know, keep up your Undying Grasp and then just tongue lash him, auto him, you know, just keep it up. Like you can even keep up your Undying Grasp on towers. Like if you just auto his towers, you'll be in combat and then you'll have that buff and you can just keep life stealing off of him. It's just obnoxious, and it's percentage health damage, so everything synergizes with health, and he has a lot of health. He has like over 3000 health. He does get a little caught out here actually, but then he goes back in. Pops his E on the very last second, tries to eat me, so I ult and then I auto a few times, spin out. But yeah, so he's gonna, it looks like he's looking to join the team fight. So he does join the team fight right in the middle of all of it. That Lulu's quite slippery actually, wow. And looks like we're playing a little bit of ARAM while the Echo actually is split pushing, so he's doing a good job. I think eventually I start to join suit and start split pushing as well, depending on the situation, that is. Oh wow. So it looks like the Hecarim just died. Hecarim's actually like letting the team down, to be honest, because even someone like me that's 0-6 could 1v1 the Hecarim, so that's pretty sad. And Tahm Kench getting a little caught out here. That's what I said about team fights. Like Tahm Kench isn't that great in team fights. He's really good duelist. Like he's like a Tryndamere on drugs. He's literally a Tryndamere on steroids, except he does way more damage than Tryndamere. He has a stun. He has an ult that puts him halfway across the map, kind of like a TF ult. Yeah, there's so much playmaking potential with it though. Okay, so since Tahm Kench is dead, we'll just see what I'm doing. What my boosted self is doing this game, because as you guys can see, I'm actually on my main account and my main account is just full of bad luck. But this game I'm not going to blame it on bad luck, I'm going to blame it on bad plays. I actually get a kill here because it's Hecarim again. Hecarim's bad. I don't know, now he's 5-5. Like I think Hecarim was at a positive score earlier. I'm still at a negative 3-8. It's just embarrassing. But Tahm Kench comes out. He's gonna push out the bot lane. He has to push against the big minions this time, so a lot of work. But because of his build, his split push build, it just still clears minion waves. Let's see how fast he can clear a inhibitor minion wave. Like look at that. Look at how much damage. Like I think that is comparable to how much how fast a Tryndamere can kill a super minion. Like it's actually really quick. And he's gonna make his way all the way to Baron without using teleport. Like that's how quick and how mobile he is. He went from bot lane straight to Baron just like that. And because okay, wow. So he's literally front lining for his whole team, just tongue lashing. He's eating the Vayne. Wow, that's actually really good on his part. He flashed in and then just ate the Vayne and like spat her out into his own team. So that Vayne's guaranteed dead, there's no counterplay. For those of you who are thinking, maybe I could get Mercury Treads against this guy because his W, no. His W is a suppress just like Warwick's, and unfortunately a suppress is not actually mitigated by Mercury Treads, so that's something for you guys to know. The only thing you'll benefit from Mercury Treads is it's like the 25 magic resist, and that'll get you to take less damage. You really shouldn't be buying Mercury Treads against this guy. You're only buying it for the magic resist, and that's not worth it. Although Ninja Tab is not a great option if you are really behind. See, so when I noticed I was really behind, I went for Death Stance, I went for, Phantom Dancer. I eventually wised up and I think I went for a Hex Drinker, but it didn't even matter at that point. But the moral of the story is, if you are very scared of Tahm Kench, get a Hex Drinker. If you're not, and you think the Tahm Kench isn't very good, you can actually beat him. It depends on the skill level. Like I said, this guy is a one trick. He's like a master at Tahm Kench, but most of the time you're not going to get that great of a Tahm Kench player against you, so you can get away with, you know, not buying a Hex Drinker and just straight up beating him in lane. But I'm pretty sure he has experience against Tryndamere's, and he knows full well that he can easily beat Tryndamere based on his playstyle and his strategy. He goes back home. He picks up all of these minions. They actually have Baron buff, so he can actually go back, buff his minions, and they can tank the super minions. Like, the super minions and the Baron minions will probably just fight each other and be on par. But let's have a look while he's busy healing up and buying. Let's have a look at how the super minions interact with the Baron minions. Like, I want to see just how many shots they can take from the big guy. Oh, he just ate it. Literally, they could go toe-to-toe with Baron minions. That's how strong Baron minions are. Like, okay, so they get a Cloud Drake. They go back. Let's have a look at Tahm Kench's build. So, he went for Sunfire into Spirit Visage, Tiamat, Swifties, Hydra, and then looks like he's finishing it off with either a Frozen Heart or a Randuin's Omen. And that'll be his full build. So, that's actually pretty solid. Very hard to beat for Tryndamere. In order to counteract that, you have to get like, what is it? A Lord Dominic's. Like, the Tryndamere has to get Lord Dominic's. I think QSS removes all disables, so yes, I should be able to. But I'm not sure if I take the 20 or 30% or 40% max health. What is it? It's at 32% plus 0% of their maximum health. So I'm guessing for Tahm Kench, the Devour actually scales with either AP or max health or something. Okay. It scales up, so base damage is 32% of maximum health, just guaranteed magic damage just right there. So right now, Echo, split pushing bot. I'm split pushing top even though I'm a feeder. I'm still pressuring. The important thing is, even though you're a feeder and you're doing absolutely nothing for your team, at least you're pressuring. And the Echo is just... Echo's doing some work. Tahm Kench is going to go into the front line. He's going to soak up all that damage and just walk away. I mean, he's at 60, 70%. Like, he's literally healing up so much because of Spirit Visage and because of the E. So, I actually get 2 kills here. I get a double kill by myself. So, that's actually pretty good for the fact that I've been feeding on 5 and 10. And I'm just going to have a read of his E. So, 90% of damage taken while this ability is not cooling down is converted to grey health. If allowed to decay, the 45% of grey health will turn back into health. So he literally, in this situation, 90% of damage taken becomes grey health, and then 45% of the grey health gets healed back up. And because it's Spirit Visage, he gets increased 25% of the 45%, so he practically gets like 60-70% of it back. That's the end, guys. Do you like the point of view series? I'm only going to feature the players that amaze me and impress me on the enemy team. Like, basically, when there's so much I could learn, I pack all of this information and just present it on a platter to you guys. Let me know what you guys think. So I wanted to kill myself after that game, so that's why I made this video. And also the fact that I did mention in previous comments that I wanted to make a point of view series. Just giving this a try. He has one-shot potential, he has high base damage. You can actually do this and go to Challenger by playing Tahm Kench, guys. And this is how you do it. Hope you guys learned something. Of course you learned something. I learned something. I'm very sure everyone here learned something here. Unless you're already a Tahm Kench one trick. In that case, then... well, I hope you enjoyed anyway. I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video. Let me know what I should upload next. Leave them down in the comments below. If you like my content and if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, give me a like, and will let me know that you guys actually enjoy this content and you guys will want to watch more of it, because I'd like to, you know, if I see some progress, it motivates me to keep going, you know? So, thank you guys so much for watching to the end. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.